Welcome back to Fourth and Troll Fantasy. What's up, Fourth and Trollers? Welcome back to Fourth and Troll Fantasy, most entertaining fantasy football show on the planet. I'm Noah Selby.
And I'm Wes Selby.
We're on to week 5, but not before we talk about week 4 and what it means for the rest of the season. And everyone's favorite segment, Fluke or For Real. A little foffer going on here. Got a little fun time going on. We're breaking down, I believe it's 17. It's over 15. I know it's over 15 of the biggest performances, most important performances of week 4, figuring out if this is a sign of things to come or if this is just a flash in the pan. It's going to be a good time. Let's jump straight to it. Before we do, like, subscribe, ring the bell, join our Discord. Always having a good time in there, completely free to join, and always having a blast. So jump in there and let's just get started, Wes. We're going to start out with the quarterbacks here. Some good performances, starting out with Patrick Mahomes. 35.5 fantasy points, 270 yards and 4 touchdowns. Is this the Xavier Worthy effect? Because Mahomes has been quietly really good this year, and so I'm trying to figure out what's going on here.
Yeah, and just wait till Rashee Rice is back in week 7.
Exactly.
I mean, the upside for Mahomes has been this even last year when it was disappointing. But I mean, think about when DeAndre Hopkins was traded to the Chiefs last year and how that started to elevate Mahomes' fantasy potential. I'm happy with Mahomes as a bye-week fill-in, an injury plug. There's still some question for me if his upside is going to continue to be in this 4-touchdown range. I know we're talking about Patrick Mahomes, so it feels like, yeah, of course he has this kind of upside, but I'm still going to wait to call him for real when he starts playing more of these better defenses, because this Ravens defense sucks.
Yeah,
so
not very good.
We'll just see how other defenses that, with the Chargers, how well they did against Mahomes in that first game. I need to see another time for me to say, for sure, I'm going to start Patrick Mahomes over my other options if he's not just a bye week fill-in.
Sure. Talk about Jaxson Dart, the rookie, 21.84 fantasy points, 111 passing yards and a touchdown, 54 rushing yards and a rushing touchdown. Is this the start of a new era in New York?
Well, no question. I mean, yeah, absolutely. Jaxson Dart is going to start the rest of the season. But the rushing upside is the only reason that we're going to talk about him in fantasy, because I do expect, as we talked about in the waiver wire video, that he is going to have a lot of rookie-type games. He can have some welcome to the NFL moments where he's going to look bad, and it's going to be okay if that's the case. But the truth is that Jaxson Dart has some potential for a sneaky play, but it's because of his ground game. And whether or not Malik Neighbors is there, it's his rushing upside that is what's going to give you fantasy value. So 21 points, for real. Yeah, I can get behind that as a week-to-week basis. But if we're going 30 points, that would be a fluke.
All right. Let's talk about Daniel Jones. Sadly, came back to his old form, maybe a little bit. 12.38 fantasy points, 262 yards and a passing touchdown, but 2 pesky interceptions there. Last one when he was trying to close out the game with a game-winning drive. This was a bummer. I had Daniel Jones starting in a league or two. Can I keep starting him, or was this just, what do we think?
I don't think the carriage is fully turned back into a pumpkin. I think this is just – I think the Rams are a top 5 team in the NFL, and I think they are one of the best contenders to win a Super Bowl because of both sides of the football. And if it wasn't for a block tick with the Eagles, I think they'd be 4-0. So the truth is that the Rams are just really good. And next week, Daniel Jones has the Raiders. So I feel very optimistic if I've been going with Daniel Jones for a week-to-week basis that if he can bounce back against the Raiders – that we should be fine. He's got a tough schedule after that, so there is some concern. But I'm in, man. Daniel Jones is having a great season. He's going to have a great season. I'm not worried about this. I know it's their first loss, but I think they're going to be back on track, and I think you can start him again. I think this is a fluke.
Yeah, I don't think we'd even be talking about him if Adonai Mitchell doesn't drop a 80-yard touchdown at the 1 yard line.
That's true.
So I think Daniel Jones is fine to continue, and this is a good team. This is a legitimately good team. So let's talk about running backs here, Wes. A few guys with some really, really good games, some encouraging stuff going forward. Kenneth Gainwell, 31.4 fantasy points. Jeez, dude. Like, first of all, sorry to any Jaylen Warren owners who were asleep, or especially the West Coast, who didn't see at 6:30 a.m. that he was ruled out. They were going to roll with Gainwell, but it's tough. This is an interesting backfield. I got to think this is more of a product of, hey, Jaylen Warren has really good opportunity going forward as the top running back, but Gainwell's played a role. So what do we think?
Well, Gainwell has been playing a role as a passing back and a pass protector, and that's huge for Aaron Rodgers. And so he has had a lot of good opportunities in the first few games as well. Even when we weren't sure what the backfield was going to look like in week 1 against the Jets, Kenneth Gainwell was having opportunities there. So this has been something in the making. But as far as this 30-plus performance, I didn't go as far as say a 25-plus point performance is a fluke. But Gainwell is certainly worth rostering. Talk about him in the waiver wire video as well. There is a lot of opportunity. Good flex play if you need someone for bye weeks, injuries, or if you just want to take your shot on a bad defense. But this kind of massive performance is a fluke for sure. I
agree. Kendre Miller gets 11 carries for some reason. I texted you during this game and said, okay, Alvin Kamara has to be getting traded tomorrow, because like this, like there's no way. Like, I just don't know why we're seeing so much Kendre. This is so strange, but he was very efficient, looked good, got in the end zone. Is this a guy we need to be rostering? I mean, we talked about it in waivers, but is like 12.5? Is this like a split backfield and Kendre could have some work here?
There's an opportunity in like week 9. Like this is something that's down the line. He's one of those handcuff running backs where if you're a Saints fan, you've been waiting to see if Kendre Miller was going to be the successor to Alvin Kamara. If you're a fantasy football dynasty manager that has Kendre Miller, you've been furious for years with injuries and just little production at all. And this is nice to see. There's still a clear difference between Alvin Kamara and Kendre Miller, unless we need to see more of a trend. So I need to see it again before any consideration for him in the lineup. But there's a shot that maybe Kamara is traded. Saints are terrible. Maybe something happens to Kamara, who he's missed plenty of time in the past. Maybe Kendre Miller is just too good to just stay off the field. So it's just way later down for me, but I just have to say a fluke if you get what I'm saying. Like, take him, draft or pick him up, but don't start him. Don't start him, right? No way.
No. All right. Woody Marks is the last guy we're going to talk about here on the good side of things. Nearly has a 28-point game, 27.9 fantasy points, 69 rushing yards and a touchdown, 50 receiving yards and a touchdown on 4 catches. This is awesome. We both really like this guy. This is his backfield, right?
Dude, this is for real, dude.
Yeah. This
no
is
joke.
real.
Like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
This is great.
We hope you watch our waiver wire video. You got him on your team. We're just letting you know again here now that this is for real. This is awesome. This is very good. Let's talk about a couple of disappointing performances. David Montgomery, 1.2 fantasy points. I think this is a fluke, but I saw the game coming. That he was my dud running back for week 4. We knew how good the Browns run defense is, so this was kind of like, okay, he's not going to thrive in this game, and it was really bad. But Montgomery's still a fine flex play, right? Like, this is just more product of the matchup.
This is a bad game. This is a bad game. This is a really low score, but I don't think most people have Montgomery above a flex option. I don't think anyone's slotting him as their RB2. If that's the case, you probably lost your week. If you didn't, good for you. But like, this is just a bad game. And Browns defense are a top 3 defense in the NFL. So fluke, start him if you got him next week.
Absolutely. I'm nervously going to say the same thing about this guy. And I can't believe it. It's Derrick Henry. 7.8 fantasy points on the for the running back for the 1-3 Baltimore Ravens. It's not been fun if you're a Derrick Henry owner besides week 1. Like, you had fun in week 1, and besides that, it's not been a great time. I'm really close to being worried, but I'm not worried right now.
Yeah, we saw something like this. I think it was 2022 where Henry was in this slump. And it was like I think Henry is like finally giving up to Father Time. Like, I think it's finally happening. But we can't just say it yet because it's Derrick Henry. And I saw what he did in week 1. I saw how many people he stiff arms, how many yards he could run on a single play in week 1. So this is still a fluke. I need to see this like 2 more times at least for me to really say like, all right, maybe find another option for the running back. Or can you imagine us ever saying on camera, yeah, we think you should bench Derrick Henry?
Yeah, bench Derrick Henry.
The best
No,
move
we're
is
not.
to
We're
bench
not.
Derrick Henry.
Not doing that. Shout out, I believe his name is Joel Smythe on TikTok. I saw him talking about something about saying that the Ravens threw the ball 67% of the time in that game.
Jeez.
And they were at like a 48% all year last year. So this has just been not great goings and situations for Henry, but I keep going. Buy low if you can. I was in one league and I was like, ooh, let me see if I can buy low on Derrick Henry. And then I was like, wait, who has Derrick Henry? And I was like, oh, I have Derrick Henry. That's why I'm 1-3. Cool. Nice. Okay. Got it. Nice. Okay, cool. All right. Let's talk about some wide receivers here, Wes. A couple of really exciting performances, some eye-opening performances to talk about. Jordan Addison is the first one we're going to talk about. Comes back from suspension. 8 targets in his first game. 4 for 114. Is this wheels up?
Okay. Let me say, not just wheels up because Carson Wentz targeted him a bunch. If you paid attention at all to training camp, Jordan Addison and JJ McCarthy are best buddies, BFFs forever. So whoever the quarterback is between these two, they're going to target Addison. Addison's going to have a hell of a season, and that helps out Justin Jefferson a lot too. People have been really concerned about the first 3 weeks. Really great game and for Jefferson on week 4. This is great for Addison. I can't think of a reason not to start him going forward. I can't think of him being outside of your starting lineup for the rest of the season until something really big changes.
Absolutely. Love to see it. Khalil Shakir. All right. Seeing a pattern. It's like they might be using him like they paid him a bunch of money this offseason. Is this a guy who's also like he can be, maybe he doesn't have to be locked into your flex spot, but like if you're debating each week, like this guy, you probably lean this way more often than not. He was 17.5 fantasy points, 5 targets, 5 catches, 69 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, I agree with you that this kind of performance in consecutive weeks from Khalil Shakir is exactly the kind of flex option that people are looking for. Someone that can push for 15 plus points and someone that has an opportunity to get a touchdown, even if they have only a few receptions. It seems like Keon Coleman's disappeared. Dalton Kincaid is getting like 1 catch for 1 touchdown. So that's great for him, for people who are risking him in fantasy. It's been a little confusing for who the true wide receiver 1 is. Josh Palmer's still getting his share too for whatever reason. So I'm going to say for real for Shakir, but this is kind of the ceiling. Maybe 20, 22 points for Shakir, but this is what I want in a flex option, and I like what he's got going forward.
Absolutely, especially in a matchup where it's projected to be a higher scoring game for sure as well. So Stefon Diggs, 16.1 fantasy points. Breaking news, there might be a wide receiver in New England. There might be someone to play. I think this is for real. I want to know where you stand. Do you think not?
I think not. I just need to know if this is what happens when you get to score 40 points in a game in a kind of a blowout lopsided game, or if this is
It's 16.1 fantasy points when your quarterback attempted 17 passes.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
So, like, could this be maybe... I'm sorry, we're recording this during the
Are you
Dolphins.
watching Darren Waller score a touchdown?
Darren Waller just scored a touchdown. I'm so sorry to break concentration.
I called him my dud.
That's insane.
Laughed in his face.
I jokingly picked him up in a league as a joke, and I'm like, oh, maybe I start him next week. Who knows? I don't think he got the second foot down. We'll see. Oh, he got the second foot down. I don't know. Wow. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Darren
waiver
Waller.
Wire. Insert him to the tight end.
Consider that. Yeah. There
you go. Son of a bitch. God, are the Dolphins? This is live when we're watching Dolphins. They're back.
No, they're back. The Dolphins are not good. Anyway,
14 and
Stefon
3.
Diggs. Let's see it again. It's been up and down. Let's talk about some rough wide receiver performances, Wes. Lad McConkey, 1 catch for 11 yards. Went from a my guy to
bye guy.
Yep, bye guy. This is for real. This sucks, and it's for real. This sucks. He's lost. He's no longer. He's not necessary to the. Well, I mean, they lost the game, so maybe, but he's not necessary to be so heavily involved for the offense to be running well. That's it. There's 2 other wide receivers on his team that I would start in fantasy over him.
They're killing it too. Quentin Johnston is unstoppable,
awesome, dude.
And Keenan Allen looks he looks like 2012 Keenan Allen. I mean, like he's looking like Phillip Rivers and Keenan Allen. He's crushing it. Or you can say 2021 Keenan Allen with Justin Herbert. Like,
right.
It's tragic for those that spent that second round draft pick in redraft for Lad McConkey. But I give you credit on this, Noah, because you were more concerned than I was about Keenan Allen's addition. Yeah. I was really excited about Quentin Johnston in the offseason. I made a move in Dynasty to get him, picked him up in a lot of my last pick in redrafts. Never saw this coming, though. Never saw this big of a gap between McConkey and everyone else. So it's sad, but here we are, 2025. McConkey is irrelevant. Crazy.
As are these next 2 wide receivers, a pair of teammates, Devonta Smith and AJ Brown. Dude, I fucking hate these guys. I hate them. I hate them.
Yeah.
I
get it.
I shouldn't have done it, but I was like, you know what? Might be a higher scoring game. Might be a game that'll be competitive. Let me slot Devonta Smith in my lineup. Ooh, dude. I would trade him. I'm almost gonna drop him because it's just like when am I gonna okay, unless there's an injury to someone, okay, then what if he becomes the wide receiver 1 on his team? Oh, well, then he scores 2.7 points instead of the 4.9 points that he scored, because that's what AJ Brown's doing as the wide receiver 1 on this team. I hate it. I hate these guys. I'm not starting either of them. I hate them. I do.
I saw people in leagues that I'm in that benched AJ Brown even after his great week 3 performance. They're like, no, I can't. I'm not trusting him because they know they have more consistent, reliable options. And some of these guys won. Some of these people won benching AJ Brown. I mean, it's crazy. I had a lot of concerns about AJ Brown. I understand why people were like, no, but it's still AJ Brown. He's still the alpha. He's still great. I didn't think I could not see this. I thought it would just be outside the top 10. I thought Devonta Smith would actually have a really good season. So this is a little surprising to me how bad they are the first 4 weeks. I get week 3 was really great, but for real, this is bad.
And the more annoying thing is that it's not even like the Saquon managers are like insanely reaping the benefits. Saquon's still doing really well and is a good RB1 for your fantasy teams, but like they're not producing in the passing game. So you'd think, oh, well, Saquon must be going for $150 and 2 touchdowns each game. Then
dude,
no, he's getting between like 18 and 20 points.
It's Dallas Goedert, dude.
Fucking Dallas Goedert, bro.
Is the greatest Philadelphia Eagle of this season. Hands down.
Easiest 2 touchdown game I've ever seen in my life, dude.
Yeah, just
He caught an underhand touchdown pass when this is so dumb.
Nice.
All right. Jameson Williams, not the season not the consistency we've been hoping for JMO. Only 5.7 fantasy points, but we've seen what he can be when he's awesome. So what do we do with JMO? This is a guy that it's put him in my lineup and I kind of look away because I'm like, oh, I don't want to. I know it can be. That's how I feel a lot about Jameson Williams. Yeah, just like that. Yeah.
Just gassy.
It's one of those ones where I just don't love it. But 8 targets in this game, and the Lions are awesome. So you keep playing them, but this kind of sucks. We hoped because of what we heard in the offseason, and again, we're only 4 weeks in, but
right.
We hoped we'd have some more consistency from him, but seeing 8 targets is nice to see. So I don't know. I'm still going to play him, but I'm kind of scared too.
Yeah, I feel the same way. But the thing is, we're used to this. We're familiar with this, which I think is what separates us from the conversation about Ladd McConkey, Devonta Smith, AJ Brown, is that these guys, we're not used to this. And that's why it's a panic button. But with Jameson Williams, we know it's oh yeah, some weeks he's going to get 5 points. Other weeks he's going to get 55 points.
Right.
And he's already had a big game. I think it was week 2.
Absolutely.
And they beat the snot and shit and
out of the Bears.
So yeah, it's there.
Hey, Ben Johnson, remember when you had all these guys on your offense?
Oh, we need you.
Yeah. Yeah. So
anyway.
Funny. All right.
So
let's jump to
for
tight
real.
ends here. Yeah, this is for real because it'll be up and down. But he's a guy that hopefully with where you drafted him at, you're okay with some of the variability, I'll say. Tight ends here, closing it out. Tommy Tremble, talked about him in the waiver wire video. I don't know actually even why we're talking about it. He's probably going to, I was going to say he's probably going to get hurt because I don't want to say that because I don't want to wish that upon anyone. Oh no. Sorry, I'm distracted again. Braylon Allen just took a nasty knee injury on a kickoff return. That stinks.
Oh. Yeah. Dang, I love this guy. I was hoping for him
anyway,
me too. I was sorry. I was watching Force Control.
To injuries.
Will you stop it?
We're so sensitive to injuries. Anyways,
Jeez.
So start Breece Hall. Wacka wacka. All right. Tommy Tremble, 15.2 fantasy points. 5 for 42 and a touchdown. Sure, but no. I don't know.
Sure, but no.
Yeah.
Remember when we were just a couple weeks in, we were like, dude, I forget Hunter Renfrow, dude. You might be the new Adam Thielen.
Yeah.
Dude. You just check this guy out.
Essentially what happens is that there's a revolving door of players not named Tedero McMillan that catch these fucking touchdowns.
Yes.
And that's what happens. There's just, hey, 8th overall pick. Thanks for catching it acrobatically in the middle of the field. We're not going to throw a single jump ball to you in the end zone.
Are you a first round wide receiver? Oh, I will never throw you another fucking football again, dude. Crossing your name off my list.
Yep.
That's how it works in Carolina.
Yep. All right. Anyway, let's talk about David Njoku. Dude, I was so hyped about Njoku when Flacco got named the starter, and my goodness, this sucks. He has not been good at all.
Yeah, and the bummer thing is Harold Fannin isn't killing it. It's not
right.
like
Harold Fannon's
usurped.
I guess I got 7 points from Fannin. It's like neither of them are good. Nope. Cedric Tillman is now out, and so Isaiah Bond. I guess that's what we're talking about. Yeah, but this is for real. This is. I'm moving. Go pick up Darren Waller and play him over David Njoku. Apparently, that's where we're at.
Hurt. Just know
this.
That.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
Listen, that's going to do it. Thank you guys for watching. Drop in the comments any questions you have about some week 4 performances. Better yet, join our Discord. Going to have some conversations in there and have a good time. And like, subscribe, ring the bell, have fun, be nice to people. And we'll see you next time. My name is Noah Selby.
And I'm Wes Selby.
And this has been 4th and Troll Fantasy.